everyone, I'm Ronneray, all the way, and today we will be discussing what not to say to a depressed person. So, if you're depressed and you want someone to say the specific things to you, or you're depressed and you're fed up by people who continuously say these things to you, well, you're in luck today because we're going to discuss them one by one. Okay, not all of them, but most of them, so yeah. So as what most of my friends know, I have been diagnosed with major depressive disorder about a year ago, and it has drastically changed my life since then. One of those things would be how people talk to me when I'm in a depressive episode. So yeah. And most of the times I'm really offended by what they say to me, and I think that they should know what's really going on in our minds, you know, so that they could feel a little bit of what we feel, but not to an extent where they get to really feel what we feel, because we don't want others to feel what we feel, right? So yeah. So here are a number of things that you should not say. You should not say to a depressed person. This is a video where you will not say these things to a depressed person. This is not a video where I will tell you the things that you should say, but you should not say to a depressed person. To a depressed person. A little disclaimer right there, okay? Number 1, get over it. Just don't think about it. So, my normal response would be how I wish I could, but since some people don't understand how the mind of a depressed person works, let me just give you a little clip on what it would look like, you know, if you were in a depressed person's mind. I'll just show you a clip. So, I don't know what to do about it. Any advice? Well, just get over it. You're right, I should. Lol, hi there. Go away. Who are you talking to? And I just... Hi there. You okay? Hi. Number 2, grow up. It goes the same way for hi there. Number 3, snap out of it. I know it goes the same way for get over it and just don't think about it. Personally, this statement personally deserves to be separate. So when I was giving my speech to my teacher about suicide and depression and how I had the disease that's crumpling my soul, how I said it, and what she reacted to it. Okay, just to be clear, it did not end well. So my teacher just told me to snap out of it, and as I cried and cried, because yeah, why couldn't I just snap out of it? Because you're not meant to snap out of it, okay? You can't snap out of it, and you won't. You won't be able to. And if my tears doesn't shut you up, then I don't know what will. Also, my doctor, when I told this story to my doctor, she just continuously face-palmed herself because she could not understand how a person could be that dumb to say that to a depressed person. Just saying it from the point of view of my doctor. So, don't say that to a depressed person. And if that doesn't shut you up, that my doctor face-palmed herself, the way that my doctor face-palmed herself, if that doesn't shut you up, I honestly don't know what will. It's coming from a professional who has studied the disease, or not the disease, or the illness, not the disease, okay? A little correction over there, it's not a disease. I don't really know the difference between illness and disease, but it is an illness. It is a mental illness. So, it is coming from a person who has studied the illness for not millions of years, for like over a course of years, and they know what they're doing, and if that still doesn't shut you up, it's like saying snap out of it to a cancer patient, you know? They didn't choose to be in that position of themselves. Same way goes for those who are depressed people. They didn't choose this side of their life. Like, they didn't choose depression over happiness or something. It just came to them because of genetics that got in the way of their lives. Number 4, other people have it worse. So let me show you a picture where it describes, I'm gonna put it wherever part of the screen, or probably the whole screen, but here's a picture regarding the statement of other people have it worse. So what doesn't kill you might kill someone else. Number 5, why don't you smile more? Now, I know that doesn't relate to depression. It mostly relates to how you are as a person, or who you are as a person. Like, what if I just don't think there's anything to be smiled at? What if that specific thing, or whatever you're saying, a joke maybe, is not appropriate for the moment to smile? Like, it isn't appropriate for the moment to smile, in my opinion. If it doesn't, then who's to say that I should smile because you told me to? Just don't say that to a depressed person. You should smile some more. I just don't think it's funny, or either it's not a smile-worthy statement or whatever. So yeah. Number 6, think what others might feel about it too. So this is a statement where my mom continuously say to me, and not that I hate her or anything, it's just sometimes you could be wrong about things, and this specific statement happens to be my mom's favorite line of all time when I'm in a depressive episode. I love you, Mom, but honestly, it hurts me as much as it hurts you. Or it's just that we hurt each other in the process, which should stop. I know that you probably think your loved one or friend is probably just throwing a tantrum in a depressive episode, but to be honest, you have no idea what's going on inside their head. Number 7, happiness is a choice. Now this, I hear a lot from my friends. I even asked my doctor whether or not if it were true, or if it was true. Turns out, it depends. There is no truth to that statement. So if you tell a depressed person, happiness is a choice, he or she would have chosen it by now, right? Because you're kind of not making any sense to the depressed person's mind, because they would have chosen the happiness over the depression. This would be their choice, but they can't, because it's overruling the happiness. So yeah, I know we got all sorts of lines to say to each other about this statement, but let me just tell you that please, please, please do not tell it to a depressed person. Okay, this is a funny, or maybe not that funny, but it would probably offend a lot of people out there, because in my opinion, but as a person who also believes in a God, I know I'm getting really out of topic, but wait for it. Number 8 in my list is Jesus Christ. I know that it's a kind gesture. I know that you have no bad intentions on saying that specific 2 words, but it would really help if you would listen to me rather than pray over me in the middle of me proving myself, or proving a point to other people, or depressed people in general, like saying things that you should listen rather than praying over them, you know? I mean, it's great that you would pray over them, but after they say things to you that are meant to be heard, because it really doesn't help the process, or it really doesn't help the situation if you just continuously say that to her. It will just make her or him, God, I'm being sexist, but it would just make him or her mad. So yeah. So this is just a rundown on what not to say to a depressed person, and a little disclaimer, this is not all the things, or it is not limited to only 8 set statements or sentences, but a lot more, and I would link a few of them, few articles in the description box below, and hopefully you would become or come to understand what you shouldn't say to them, because it might end up to suicide and you really have no idea. I know it's overreacting or whatever you call it, but it's just how a depressed person's mind works. But also, to all of you who are depressed out there, you should at least a tad bit adjust to the surroundings around you, because that's what my doctor said. You should adjust and just leave them be, but sometimes you have to let them shut up for a while, but you should also adjust to the surroundings with you. Do not stay in your comfort zone, but instead go out of the comfort zone that you create yourself in. So I know it's shitty that they kill themselves, but trust me, I would know. That would be all. Au revoir!
Phoebe, no! Phoebe, no! Phoebe! Phoebe! So majestic.